What's up, Rick? How you doing, buddy? That's aggressively close. Test, test. Yep, good. All right. I'm doing a little bit of testing today. Curious about some of these changes. Take some notes. Not really sure how to make said notes. Maybe I'll throw them on the screen. Let's just get into it, I guess. Should be some set. Okay, sweet. Oof. Not really sure how to proceed here. That's not going to work, unfortunately. So I feel like we have a couple cars that are like real options here. That looks weird. I feel like it looks different. All right. Is this thing not working today? Get a little hell yeah, brother, in the chat. I noticed it didn't reply to you. I wonder if the case matters. Seems like a thing that shouldn't be the case. See what I did there? Chat. All right. Seems to be working. All right. Cool. Hmm. Guess we'll jump in. I don't know where to start. Wish I had VRS because I feel like that's what we're going to be doing. Let me look and see if I can find those. Like somebody shared them. There we go. All right. Copy some setups. Make some choices. We really got to get to a car, man. Got to figure the car out. What do we have here? Ford Mustang. It seems to be the one everybody wants to drive, which I'm not super thrilled about it, but if it is what it is, then it's what it is. Mercedes, AMG. Wait, what's the most recent one? Evo? Yeah, maybe. Copying some setups. We'll get it rolling here. I'm not even sure. Those are the changes. Not even 100% sure what the cars are. Let me see if I can find some things. I mean, I know they're in front of me, but I want like a list. I'm going to make a list, put it on the screen, and then, holy shit, why is this such a pain in the ass? Oh, so Greg, reached the end of the internet. Dude, I can only imagine. I feel like that on a daily basis, so I can only imagine. All right, I know I'm going to show you all a black screen. Just work with me here. We're going to make a duplicate of this, I hope. Paste duplicate. All right. Thoughts. Holy hell. I can type, I promise. All right, let's go through these cars here. So BMW. Ooh, Lambo. I don't think anybody's gonna want to drive the Lambo, but I'll try it. Merc. Also got Porsche. I'm trying to find all the GT3s here. Ferrari. God, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do all of these, but just trying to get all the GT3 options. Oh my god, and the Aston. Is it Aston? Yeah. And then a cup car. Is that all the GT3s? That's a lot. It's more than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Surprised. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. All right. I know it's not useful. We'll get there. Promise. For now, we'll just put it over here, and then I'm gonna have to make it much smaller, of course. It's a very large font. Let's go with like 48 for now. And make this big. Holy shit. Whatever. We'll just leave it like that for now. Thought I could like expand this, but I cannot. All right. All right. First up, BMW. God, sucks. I really wish I had VRS. We'll just roll. We're just gonna have to use the grid and go setups that I have. Shake and bake. Me. Good. Oh, just me. Register. Register. Can't see that. I'm back. I'll make sure everything looks good, and we'll get to some practice here. Yuri thinks the Ferrari. Yeah, I was watching that video this morning. Yeah, it's I think it's a pretty fair and probably obvious thing to say, honestly. Ferrari and the McLaren were the two that got effectively no negativity as far as I'm aware. And then the Porsche, I mean, was honestly the most loved, but with the aero, or I guess the drag increase, it's going to negate some of the positives that it got. So how much? We don't know. Like we know the numbers for weight, power, fuel. What we don't know is, well, when they added drag, we don't know how much. So honestly, I think my guess is nobody is actually going to be able to feel a difference at all. Like that's my guess. Nobody's going to feel a difference. And I don't even mean here. I mean anywhere. Like we know that things got better. We're talking about like 0.2%. It's just not, I don't think it matters. Don't think it matters at all. All right. So hopefully that'll work. I'll just leave. Actually, I guess I should leave it here because it's probably going to grow vertically. Good. There's a lot of stuff on the screen. Hopefully it's not ridiculous. And I'm just going to use, I have grid and go for most, all the cars. I have VRS for a few of them. So I'll try VRS where I can and go from there. All right, where is it? NEC, NEC. You're in here somewhere. NEC, there it is. It was only a couple weeks ago. April 1st. Go with race sets, a fuel, full fuel. -2 on the wing is crazy. 90, wait, what? Huh. All right. Yeah, I'm sure the Ferrari does feel good. My guess too is it's going to be one of those situations where that car's probably going to get hit really hard by the BoP. for the actual event itself. That's my guess. They might have realized they didn't do anything to that car, and they should have, and make changes. That's my assumption. All right, a lot of stuff on the screen right now. I'll get some of this crap off. Do y'all even need the standings? Is that relevant right now? Last lap, you'll see all the laps. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'll just leave it up there. Who cares? If anything looks just overwhelming, just let me know. We're just a little chill today. Not going crazy. I was gonna do this by myself, and I thought, well, that doesn't seem like fun. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Unless you're just an alien issue towards the aliens, just no difference with the skill level. Yeah, I mean, I do think there's difference between the cars for sure, but I feel like the difference related to the BoP is probably like, I mean, in just pure numbers alone, we know it's not a big deal. Or just fundamentally, we know it's not an issue. So, like, there were very small numbers of changes that were being made. I just can't imagine. Oh, the track is wet. Oh, of course. Damn it, dude. I can't. Okay. Well, we need to get out of this. I need to at least test in dry conditions. How annoying. Okay, reset. Reset. Let's try this again. Reset. Test drive. Beamer. Evo GT3. I did. Okay, so May 2nd, 10 a.m. We'll leave it at clean track state and then overcast thing. Nurburgring combined, 24-hour layout. Good to go. All right. So, hey, I'm happy that you're here, brother. Happy that you're here. Hopefully we can have a little bit of fun. All right. Maybe actually I'll copy this, paste it right chomp. And then all right, cool. Okay. No, I'm not a stalker. Hey man, it's all good. Live your life. All right. Hopefully we're good now. Gonna reload the setup, just make sure. Save the current one. No, I did make a change. I don't know why, but it had 96 or 97 liters instead of 98. So anyway, clicked it up one. All right, so week 3 from April. Race setup. Give that extra click of fuel. Oh, okay. Weird. I don't know why. I guess, oh, the other session had a BoP on it. That's why it only let me go to 98. Like, what the hell's the difference between 97 and 98 liters of fuel? 98 to even 100 liters at this racetrack. It's like nothing. Yeah, trading paints was messed up for me at least. For sure. Like, yeah, nobody's paints were loading. I didn't realize it for a while. Loaded in now. I don't know. But yeah, I noticed that. Hey, Remix, what's up, brother? How you been? All right, track is dry. That's positive. Wheel is heavy. Not so positive. So this is, honestly, it's less about lap times. I know I say that every time we do these. So much more about comfort. Nice, man. The other day I did this, I couldn't even get around the racetrack, so let's see if it's different today. But yes, definitely some BoP testing because, you know, obviously everything changed yesterday. There's just so much more to me about feel. So I had to bait you guys a little bit with the BoP line. Trying to come up with a title. I hate doing titles. I wish sometimes I could just hit go live and not have to do that. And I guess I could. It would look real dumb on YouTube though. Boomerman races fake cars. Come watch. Hey, tires that. Also can't see tire. Ask, yeah, that would take more time, unfortunately. Yeah, I do use a lot of Gemini, and I do find it very useful. It's crazy how loose this car feels. Front end just slides, the rear end wants to go with it. True. True. What we really need, and I'm sure this will happen, we need like actual personal AI assistants that like can think ahead, look at your calendar, anticipate stuff that you need, you know, that will happen. But that would be super useful. Like, hey, I see you're gonna stream this league race on Wednesday night. I've generated these thumbnail options and title options for you. Would you like me to create a go live event on YouTube with one of these? God, that would be so incredibly useful. Just so that you don't even have to think about it. You just make a choice. Like, oh yeah, number 2 sounds good. Set it up. Knows when you're gonna go live. Just be so easy. Just stuff like that. And you can imagine how that extrapolates for all sorts of aspects of your life. Holy hell. I don't know how to describe how this car feels to me, but it is terrible. And it's fascinating that we drove Bathurst with this and I loved it. It's almost like something's broken. Wheel not working? Yeah, definitely. I think the only people that are like truly dooming about it replacing you are people that are looking for like sensationalist, you know, content. I don't really know anybody that talks about AI in that context that's not like making YouTube videos or posting bullshit on X or LinkedIn or whatever. And they're all doing it for clout, followers, whatever you want to call that. I don't think that's real at all. Or people that are just completely ignorant of what AI actually is. Which I get it. I mean, it seems like magic when you see it kind of for the first time. And even sometimes even way after that, but I'll watch like a Joe Rogan interview where he's talking to the guy, the NVIDIA CEO, and Joe's like, what happens when it becomes sentient and it can think for itself? And Jensen just starts laughing. and Joe's like, I don't think this is funny. He was like, I mean, I wish he would have just told him, like, instead of pandering to Joe's fears, I wish he had just told him, like, bro, you just fucking pull the power cord. Like, it's okay. You know? Like, it's not gonna become sentient. Like, this is not the Terminator. But yeah, for clicks. Exactly. I hate that part of the YouTube world. For sure. For sure. This feels so strange, man. I don't know if it's because I'm used to the Porsche so much or what. It feels so strange. Wants to spin. Yeah, things will change, but it's like, that's any technology. Remember when the internet came out? You know? Things change, but man. Yeah, there you go. Good example. Yeah, people used to dig ditches. Now you get excavators. Good point. Just another tool. I don't know how deep you guys are in the AI world, but one thing that I've saw this weekend, so I use GitHub Copilot, which is GitHub's, so it's a CLI, command line interface, and then I've been using Opus 4.6 for, you know, code generation, and now it's great. I mean, it does a really good job if you give it good inputs, right? Anyway, oh my god, touched the brakes and it tried to spin out. Over the weekend, GitHub decided to stop allowing new customers to sign up for their product, which, I mean, when you just think about that by itself, I think that's a massive red flag, right? We have a huge issue. There's a product we've been selling to customers for a year plus, and now we've decided that we need to stop selling it to people. We're not discontinuing it. We're just, you can't buy it right now because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Anyway, so not only that, you're unable to sign up for the product, and then they've taken away some of the Claude models like Opus 4.6. So I'm like, okay, well shit, what do I do? You know, now I'm looking into Claude Code. I don't use them super heavily. Like, for what I've been building, I've been writing it myself, like 85% of it. I use it for the stuff that's just mundane that I don't want to do. Like, hey, here's a couple data services I've already built. Here's a couple UI pages that show you the template that I'm using, the style that I have. Go implement, you know, 3 pages that are basically just create, read, update, delete type stuff. Because I don't want to do that, you know. I use it for things like that. I'll use it for some more complicated planning sessions, but writing code, I generally do it myself. So anyway, the idea that like they would just take that away with literally no notice and shut down the product altogether is kind of a big red flag to me. That these companies, they're heavily subsidizing the cost of AI, the true cost of AI. And so I'm wondering, like, how many people are getting hooked on these tools that they're only paying $20 to $200 a month for? They're probably more like $1,000 to $4,000 a month products. It's going to be fascinating. Yeah, it hallucinates a lot. Yeah, it definitely can. What's up, Amadan? I've had to, I mean, depends on the context. I mean, it's literally all about that prompt. But I've definitely found some crazy scenarios with it. I've just found that unless I give it something simple and really, really well define it, I can't just walk away and let it do it, you know, do work. I kind of have to babysit it. UDDL for one. Yeah, good call. Good call. I've actually been using it to generate, I mean, I've been using it for a lot of things, but yeah. I use it as like almost a peer to like think through concepts, you know, and that is useful, but I use like Gemini for that. I don't use like Claude Code or whatever for that kind of stuff. Like, hey, here's this thing I want to do. This is how I've done it, you know, 15 years ago. Have patterns changed in the last 15 years since I did this last time? And it'll inevitably tell, oh my god, here's the 2026 way. And I'm like, God, you stop talking like a fucking idiot. Just, you know, just stuff like that. That kind of thing drives me crazy, but it's a very, very useful tool. I think people think it's a little too much magic than it really is. Yeah, 100%, Greg. 100%. I can at least get it around the track for a lap. Let's see if we can do 2 in a row. I would say it's not comfy. That's for damn sure. I think it's just it's a time thing. I have, I don't know, dozens of hours in this car probably over all the years. I probably have, oh shit, really? Understeered right off the racetrack. I don't know if I have 1,000 hours in the Porsche, but I've got hundreds for sure. So I mean, just inevitable. Like I'm just not going to be as comfortable in something like this. But there's 7 of us, you know. Like what I've actually found extremely fascinating. I mentioned this in our group chat today. Like one guy, I'll go on and say, "Oh man, the Merc is so stable for me." I was, you know, Mustang's close-ish, but the Merc was just so much more stable. And I couldn't even drive the BMW around the track, right? From the testing I did the other week. I'll put that in there, and then somebody else comes in and says literally the opposite. Like, the BMW was so stable for me, Mustang was pretty good, and the Merc, I literally couldn't even keep the back end under it, you know? And it's just like, it's, oh, come on. It's shocking how a group of 7 guys can drive the same 3 or 4 cars and have completely different experiences. Yeah. And I think it's literally just comfort, you know? We're all driving either VRS. I mean, most of the guys are driving VRS sets. But it's just like, it's driving style, to your point. It's certainly a setup too. And then it's just comfort. Like, hey, you've driven this car for the last 5 years. So yeah, you're probably going to be way more comfortable in it than the other guy. And that's, you know, kind of the beauty of the team event. Like 7 of us, we can't drive 7 different cars. We have to come together and identify one that collectively we can work together. So I think what I said was I was going to do more testing. We should all do more testing. And I'm going to put a vote up. What's up, Nick? I'm going to put a vote up tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. So the BoP, the initial BoP should show up sometime around like 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And what I'll do is I'll put I'll put a vote up with all the cars available. And then multi-select, so you can vote for as many cars as you wish. And whichever car gets the most votes wins. I think that's like the only way we're going to be able to do that. I'm going to go through all the GT3 cars available for this specific race and just provide a couple notes. So, just getting a feel for them all. Making sure I could tolerate all of them. Nothing crazy. I wasn't doing anything else. I wanted to do this and I thought I could do this by myself in silence, or I could go live. So I thought, let's go live. That'll be more fun. Yeah, it blows my mind. Like, I remember, like, I was just talking about that. Like, I remember struggling with that car the start of last season when we chose to drive it for elbows out. I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like it. I regretted it. But now that I've done it, you know, just like anything, I'm way more comfortable with it. So yeah, I have to remember like what my initial experiences were with that thing. Because yeah, a couple days ago when I tested it, what understeer? Holy shit! When I was testing this car, I literally couldn't even get around 1 lap. Like, it was horrible. I mean, this isn't going to be great, but it's doable. And with time, I'm sure I'll get a little bit more comfortable over the next 8 days. Just crazy. Like, it's got wild understeer, and sometimes it's like, oh yeah, you want the rear to turn? Sure, let's do that. And this is Grid and Go. I did download some the VR setups that were posted in our thing. I'll try those too, but for now, this is what I got. I need to go back to VRS. I think I'm going to do that. I did cancel my Grid and Go subscription like a month ago when I kind of stopped driving. So my resub, I think, is going to be to VRS. Too hot. I don't know if that came across, but the rear end was like, we're gonna go. I drifted through that corner. It would be a show. I could safely say that. If we pick this car, it'll be a show. No doubt in my mind. I don't know if it's the car for me, but I could survive 4 or so hours in it. Maybe I should have. Pay more attention to that. 273. I didn't even hit the wall. Saved it.
Cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
I didn't even hit the wall. That was the brakes. I hit the brakes too hard. Holy shit.
14.91.
That really sucks that I can't get like an actual lap time with that. Okay. Let's see that again. That little bump. Think about that. I guess I was a little off the racetrack. Cut it too tight. Bump. Came off the ground. Holy hell. Good save, though. Good save. Yeah. I mean, it's not even a curb. It's like you're just literally going off the racetrack. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was coming in there a little too hot to begin with. All right, I'm going to make a couple notes. And then we go. All right. Thoughts? More important of what you were doing before the dip. You hit 267 and held 266. Yeah, I downshifted. I wasn't sure because frankly I wasn't paying too much attention. I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure if I should have stayed in a lower gear, whatever it was, 5th, 6th, whatever. Let's not go wild. We don't need to go like format in the world right out of the gate. All right. Beamer. I mean, I don't know what to say. I actually, and I'll adjust this, of course. It laps, so positive. Let me do this so you can at least see what the hell I'm writing, and I'll adjust the sizing as we go, obviously. Give me a second. It's positive there. Lots of, it's going to do this. Sweet. Lots of understeer. But even more snappy. Rear. Could do. But boy, did be. I can't type. Keyword on my lap. Cinema. I mean, I think that's where we're at, man. I think that's where we're at. Yeah, hey, great question, damn it, Dan. So in this race, it's a multi-class race. So there's only a subset of the GT3s available. So there's no McLaren, no Corvette, no Acura, no, what's the other one? Audi. So there's only a couple cars available. Yeah. The new BoP that is out is for the end. So it's the entire season. Yeah, good. Also a great question. Which is better than the Merc the other day? You hit 266 on the hill and was dropping speed. Okay, good call. Good call. Let's maybe keep some notes on that. 260. What was that top end? 273 top. We'll just go with that. Lap time, unfortunately, I don't know what it is because I spun on final lap. Yeah. I don't know what to, yeah. It's a lot of time to figure that back out. Let's see here. Is that gonna work? Can y'all see that still pretty good? Understeer, but here's okay, of course, it's still 3 lines. Could it be cinema? Is that gonna fit? Perfect. Well, we'll aim for 2 lines, so we don't, go nuts here. All right, we good? We good? Fox, what's up, buddy? How you doing? All right. Sweet. Come on. I'll just leave it here. Okay, fine. Turn the preview off. All right, back we go. With the BoP, surprised they made the meta cars slower and the slower cars faster. No, I mean, I think what if you look at the actual changes made, they're very small. They're very small. And so I think like, yes, changes were made. Yes, the cars were brought together. But we're talking about tiny differences. And I do think it's enough to at least, add a little bit of a shakeup to the very top end because, for a lot of those guys, it's like, it's literally such a small margin, like the true top guys. So I think it will matter in their world. I think for the vast majority of people, it won't mean anything, but myself included, quite honestly. All right, Lamb. God, should I even do this, Nick? Should I even try the Lamborghini? Honestly, there's no freaking way we're going to drive the Lambo, right? There's no way. I'm actually shocked that it's even in the race. No. Yeah, I kind of want to relegate myself to okay. I kind of want to relegate myself to the ones we talked about, right? So BMW, Mustang, Merc, maybe Ferrari and Porsche. Sorry, maybe I'll kill this when it loads up. But yeah, Aston, I mean, yeah, I don't blame you either. I really feel like that car is about to get refreshed. I think there's going to be a new Lambo very soon. Yeah, I've driven the Lambo for about half a season one time, and honestly, I took the points penalty in my league to get away from it. It was fun. I enjoyed my time ish, but yeah. All right, Mercedes. Let me just take this off the list because yeah, I kind of agree. I don't think I'm convincing anybody to do that one. What do we do? I guess I'll leave the Aston on, and if I'm just feeling froggy, I'll try it at the end. Really like the Lambo. Can't get past the big ass screen. Yeah, yeah, true. The plasma, the 50-inch plasma TV is terrible, and then when you're driving IMSA, that have those bars on the windshield is equally terrible, in my opinion. I just don't enjoy that at all. Alrighty, off we go. 106. So we're full fuel and all the things. I'm not pretending to come up with any bops here. We're just gonna drive what we know. Bars are also in the vet, so it depends on whether you're in an IMSA race or a GT3 sprint race. The IMSA spec of the Lambo has the bars. The GT3 spec is not. That's very annoying. I think the vet has it all the time. So what else did they do this car? So they dropped the weight a touch, gave it less torque, presumably, which you would think would help you guys with the whole spinning out on throttle thing. Gotta remember the tires are 35 degrees when they come out of the blankets. Not even the blankets, whatever it is. Yeah, I've been waiting. I actually kind of thought the new Lambo would get scanned way before now. Under braking? Weird. Maybe bias? You change the brake bias or something? Random high grip. Gotcha. Playing with my force feedback a little bit. Skill issue. Sounds good, yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's probably the number 2 car. Lambo's up there too, as far as sounds, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe. Seeing how they've done releases the last couple of years, my guess is probably not. Just think of the GTP hybrid fiasco. Yeah, I really do like the sound of the Lambo. I like this too, but yeah, the Mustang's on a different level. Legitimately sounds like a NASCAR car. It's pretty incredible. True, Rick, true. I mean, it's definitely good. I almost feel like they amplify it. I feel like they do that with a lot of stuff. I feel like they amplify the saturation in LMU to make it look like, you know, over the top. But like the real world does not look that saturated, you know? I feel like they just turn everything up to 11. Yeah, I mean, I also feel like iRacing sounds pretty good, especially with the, I mean, I think things changed when the Mustang came in, and honestly, the outboard sound of the Corvette sounds awesome. Interior, no, but from the outside when it goes by, whew. I could drive this thing all day. It's so easy. That's why it just blows my mind when the other guys are like, I can't drive that thing for shit. I'm like, really? I mean, but honestly, I felt that way when we started last season too, and I was like all over the show. Use a little bit more. I don't know. Personally, I disagree, and I feel like it's one of those things where it depends so much on the weather. Like, I feel like iRacing looks really good on a sunny day. You know, and the sun's out. I think it looks really good, especially at some of the newer tracks. Like take it to a Sebring or a Spa. I think it looks great. But one thing that's nice about saturation, we can control that on our side. You know, you can go into your NVIDIA settings and crank it up a little bit if you want to. Not really sure how to handle this part. I guess just a little lift. Yep, that works. Oh my baby. Everywhere except here. Interesting. Weren't you the one just telling me how you can't drive the car? Something about spinning out a lot? Just fucking with you. I can't wait to race with you guys next week. It's been a while, man. It's gonna be fun. It really has. Especially because you weren't able to run with us at Sebring. So what has it been since Bathurst? 2 months. This part I always struggle with. Oh shit, grass. Oh. Try to open that thing up a little too much. Thought I was gonna die. Probably should have. All right. Oh. It's funny, Greg, because a lot of people feel like the Porsche is impossible to drive. It's fascinating to me how we all have such different a different feel for the cars. 264, so it went down a touch. Might need to have us stayed in the lower gear there. 272. That's what I saw for like a split second. I mean, it's just butter, man. It legitimately feels like this car was made for this racetrack. I mean, Dylan, my personal opinion is the Porsche because I've driven it so much and I love that car. It depends on so many things. It's very personal. If you already have a front engine and you're like, I would just want to try something different, I'd consider the Porsche or any mid-engine. Probably stay away from the Lambo. It's probably going to get updated relatively soon. But if you want to kind of feast on the new BoP, Ferrari's probably a safe choice. Really depends on you, buddy. Yeah, I love the Porsche, man. I love that car. It has its, you know, its specialties. Of course, yeah. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either of those, and I would argue you really can't go wrong with anything except Audi and Lambo. So, I think anything else would be good. My advice would just be buy something that's not a front engine if you already have a front engine. Just to you start to understand the differences in how those car types work. Got two guys who want to use about 6 hours versus the BMW. So historically the Porsche has been sketchy at Spa. And it's just harder to drive. Like, you think about Puhan and I can't think of the name of the corners at the very end of the racetrack. The really fast lefts there at the very end. It's a challenge. You really do. Nick kind of alluded to it a minute ago, but you kind of have to keep a little throttle in it to keep weight on the back. Otherwise, it just wants to kill you. So honestly, you know, I think it's 100% subjective. It's all about you guys more than the cars themselves. If you're running for 6 hours with your buds, just pick something that everybody's confident they can run, you know, 2 hours in and have fun with, and just go for it. My guess is the Ferrari's going to be the fastest most places right now. That's the guess. Audi can't be used in IMSA. Yeah, I mean, now they've added more cars. Launched them all. Yep, you got it. Nailed it, Bach. I'd say try it. I mean, if you have the Porsche, try it. It's definitely, it's a challenge there. It's not doable, but you will almost certainly be faster in most of the other cars. This week? You mean like at Imola or Fuji? Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty true for all of them, yeah. Ferrari was almost least affected, meaning the net is such a positive. The added downforce is big. Power, weight, it's in a good spot for sure. It already has its specialties. I would argue that, for instance, Spa is one of Ferrari's specialties historically. It'll only be better at places like that. We'll see. I don't know, man. It's going to take time for people to go through and figure all that stuff out. But of course they will. My hope with what they did yesterday is that what they put together is a system. Instead of just one-off changes, you know, they've added effectively some server-side toggles to say like, hey, you know, this car's a little out of shape. Let's knock it down 0.2 on the power or whatever. Instead of like it requiring a big lift from an engineering point of view to make those changes, you know what I mean? But I mean, the statement of, you know, courses for horses, it's real. It'll always be a thing. Some car characteristics just fit certain racetracks, and it's just the nature of the beast. Porsche, very stable. It's always been like that, almost to the point, in my opinion, that it's too stable, like it bogs down. Let me try it. Ooh. Almost like it bogs down a little bit. So like last night's race at Imola, I actually felt for first time in a long time I could get on that throttle hard and actually drive it out of the corner like I feel like I can do in this car, like right there. Get the ass in just a little bit breaking loose and control it out instead of feeling like you're bogged down because it can't get the power down because all the weight or whatever. Later, buddy. I will pass them along. Oh, shit. Oh, almost lost it there. Caught it. That's probably what he's been talking about, actually. I barely touched those brakes. Ass in was like, oh, you want to go? Not much. Probably just like one holla. And then I'll go back and play with the ones that seem like they make the most sense. Shit, I was out of shape there. Come on. You can see how being out of shape in one really screws you for the next. Definitely. I would say prior to the BoP, Mustang was head and shoulders the best car here. It's probably still leader in the clubhouse, to be my guess. Ooh wee! Just never really know how to get out of that carousel. I feel like it's going to be a pretty good lap. Let me see how long I can hold on to fifth. I think Aaron was telling me that. Can't. I have to get out of it quick. Maybe lose a little bit. Looked like it wanted to go to 3. Never quite got there. Imagine if I'd spun right there. I feel like that's a pretty good lap. 8:08.3.
379.
A little more. Fit to the Mustang. Love it, brother. Love it. Thanks, Weeby. Oh, I got you, Aaron. Honestly, Box, no. No. I don't want the motion. I don't want the distraction. I feel like it'd be more of a distraction than anything else. So also in that context, Peter has a D-Box set up. I don't know if he's actually turned it all the way off, but he's basically said, like, don't do it. It's not worth it, you know? So no, it's just not even remotely on my radar. Honestly, I prefer simplicity over complexity as much as I possibly can. And, you know, like, yes, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in my rig, but it's pretty simplistic. It's not that complicated. I try to be as ruthlessly efficient as I possibly can. Fewer moving parts mean fewer possibilities for problems. Oh, come on. So yeah, that's always the goal. Simplicity. Shit. Gotta start trying to read chat sometimes. Hit the brakes in a place where I should be going flat out. I don't know this section super well. Hell, I mean, it's true for most of the racetrack. Maybe all of it. I know it looks smooth, but I still get my ass kicked by people all the time at this racetrack. Just this race, Bamadan. It's just because it's multi-class. There's like 4 or 5 classes here. So they have to kind of be a little ruthless with the GT3 so they get all the classes in. Well, there's an apex over there. I'll hit it next. So yeah, as far as the cars, the classes and cars available for this race, it's the same as the NEC races. And I don't remember all of them, but it's like GT4, TCRs, GT3s, Porsche Cup. And then it's something else. It's like either the GR86 or the M2. I can't remember which. So what is that, 5 classes? Yeah, I lost some time. I do enjoy driving this car. Now that I've spent a season with it, I'm way more comfortable with it. Issue. Do love the chat, brother. I was literally like, well, I've got time today to do this. I really need to do this. get just a feel for all the cars again, give the boys some notes so they can do their testing and we can all come together and figure out what we're going to drive. And I was like, well, I could do this by myself, or turn the chat on, hang out a little bit, talk some shit. Way more fun. Yeah, for me, this is the pick for sure. I think the Mustang is probably going to prove to be a little faster. I would argue it's also going to be more sketchy. We're going to get there. It's going to be a little bit more sketchy as well for me. There's going to be some visibility problems for sure. But yeah, I think objectively it's going to be faster. This is just so much more comfortable to drive, which I guess makes sense, right? It's a little bit slower. It's not like Porsche slow, but it's a little slower. Damn, I'm not making any improvement on this time. Almost spun out last time. Yeah, a little early. A little early. Step this one up better. Better, much better. Ooh-wee. PC's doing some work. Still only a 10th. It's also kind of insane that you could do 2 laps around an 8-minute track and be within 2/10, 75% through the lap. Maybe some consistent, maybe not fast, but consistent. All right, don't screw this up. Gotta figure that timing out a little bit better. Oh, come on. Sucks to suck. Not the best, not the best. Oh, now we relax. This part we get to look around, shake your shoulders out a little bit. I was definitely hoping for like an 807. Guess not. All right, 3/10 faster. That's crazy. That's crazy.
8.09. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Almost. Feels good though. I mean, my God. You start worrying about like half a second, but the car's, you know, significantly more sketch. I think I know which way I lean, you know. All right, what did we get to there? Was it 272? I think 8080 lap 2. I mean, just like so comfy, so easy to drive, no issues at all. Honestly, I don't even know what else to say about that car, man. You know, so easy to drive, no issues with oversteer, understeer. Very nimble. You don't feel the weight very much. I mean, it's a big girl. It's a lot of weight. You don't feel it. I like the perspective of the car. Like, I like how open this is. I don't know, man. I like everything about this car. I got no issues at all. Quite literally, as I put. No problems. All right. I don't even know what else to say about it. I feel like that's not enough to add, but man. I don't even know what to say. Solid 272. Hold it for a little less than a second in the dip. Yeah, actually, I felt like I saw it like really trying to get to that 273. But no dice. All right, what's next? I know I have Porsche. I feel like I should go straight from this to the Mustang because I really feel like it's down to those two, if I had to be honest. Like, just based on what everybody else has said, not because of me, but what everybody else has said based on their feedback, I feel like those are kind of the two cars that are leading the charge. So maybe we should jump to that. And go Mustang, Nurbs. Off we go. All right. Good second lap. I mean, times were fine for both, but it did feel like I should have been faster on that second hot lap though. Kind of surprised I made like literally no I mean, not literally no, 0.3 of a second for an 8-minute 8-second lap. It's kind of crazy. All right, let me get the actually, should I use the here's a question. Well, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna use the VRS for this one. So on the other setup so far, I've used Grid and Go because that's what all I've had. I want to use this one because this is what the guys are using when they're doing their testing. So I feel like this would be a better representation to use the setup they've been using. Make sure it's got all the fuel in it. 3 degrees of Wang. Hit the brakes. That's true. That definitely was a couple tenths. That's a good point. We need to just buffer in a chat handicap. I mean, it's true. Like, I'd love to know on a lap like that, how many times did I look up at chat? You know what I mean? Like, that definitely messes with you a little bit. All right. Some bearings. Do I need to get an extra cushion or something? All right, tires are cold. Ground brakes are too. If nothing else, it sounds like you're going fast. I am kind of curious since they've added weight to it. I'm not talking about much, but I'm curious if you feel it anymore. I would say maybe in the fall, maybe it was earlier last year, I felt like this car, you couldn't, like the weight wasn't an issue. You could move it all over the place, no problem. But when it first came out, it felt like a pig. Like, so big, so heavy. It just didn't have any of that nimble nature to it. Biggest issue I have with this car is I actually don't have a feel for how fast I'm going. Something about the narrow viewport there between the windshield strip and the hood. Something about it. It just makes me feel like I'm going slower than I actually am. Don't look at the chat that time. Aggressive, aggressive. Try this. Can we go higher? No way. Adjusting my feedback a little bit, make it a little easier on the hands. Gotta be careful of that. All this. Oh, right there. Okay. I don't know why I looked at the rear view mirror. I'm literally on a racetrack by myself. All good. Like that took a minute to get there. In a lot of ways, this feels like the BMW to me. It's like the rear is happy, and I don't know why. Like happy in a bad way. There's definitely some parts of the track where like you really need to be able to see. Curves are massive in some places, most places. Having some kind of vantage, like you can't even see that one, you know? You barely see those until you crest. I'm sure you get used to that. You drive this car a lot. If you're just kind of passively doing it like I am, it makes it pretty difficult. A little bit easier to see the left side than it is the right side. I just feel like I'm going so slow. Ooh! Shit. And I think slides like that are generally caused because I don't have a feel for how fast I'm going. I hate to do that, but I need a boost. Come on, Mustang. Not even a chance of 6th gear. Barely needed to. I actually thought for a second, I was like, do I even need to lift? Ooh, understeer. I do find it fascinating. The brakes are still cold. Oh, I guess those are very in the moment. Never mind. Is any of you guys doing this race next weekend? Just me. Jesus. It does feel like the BMW to me. It's like I hit the brakes and it's just like back in. It's like, oh, we're sliding. Yeah, for sure. I just feel like I like to get whatever vantage point I'm kind of supposed to have, you know? I'm the average male height that I think they said they use for these, 5'9". Alright, hold lap. Gonna need to do a better job on the next one. I'm telling you, this is gonna be faster though. I can feel it. Sketchier. Because I'm not used to it. But faster for sure. I'd be shocked if this is not faster than the Merc. A little early there, my bad. Maybe I should hit the brakes and warm them up. Why couldn't we go? Not doing that. It barely touched 271. Scary curb. All right, get a good lap. A lot of scary things on that one. So hopefully all better this time. Hey, we're already a second up. That's good. Not good. It's so funny I can hear that metal clip inside the quick release moving around. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, the metal sound I've heard from this new wheelbase. I'm pretty sure it's the clip that goes inside the wheel side quick release. There's two little metal bars basically that grip the wheel side, or I'm sorry, the base side. Pretty sure one of them's just moving around a little bit. Which is, you think, oh, that doesn't sound very safe, but it's super tight. So tight, it's actually hard to get the damn thing off. I'm sure y'all have seen the clip of people trying to take the quick release off on this new Simucube 3 quick release and just smash themselves in the face. It's that hard to pull off. Which for me, I don't care. I only run one wheel anyway. And that's a great artifact of it right there. I just don't realize how fast I'm going, so I just think like, oh, I just coast through here. It's like, no, I actually needed more brake than I thought. So I go through the corner a little bit. Not terrible, but it's enough that it's not ideal. I feel like you guys want the Mustang to win. That's why you're not chatting to distract me. Oh, I'm kidding, by the way. Of course. Alright, already down to an 810 optimal. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be an 807. I'd be shocked. Shocked if it's not. Come on. Hell yeah, brother. You just feel so lethargic in this thing. I do. I'm used to the smaller, nimbler, closer to the ground. Higher perception of speed. You're hauling ass for sure. Ironically, going even faster than the other cars just doesn't feel like that. I think if I could figure out how to change my camera to get more of a sense of speed, I'd find this car a lot easier. A second and a half in that sector. I think it's because I almost died last time through there. I was thinking about doing the NEC race this weekend as a practice. I don't know if I need that much practice. It's weird too that it just never gets up. I don't even think about sixth gear through here. I'm not sure how much of a lift you need. .8079. It is nice to just sit back and listen to. This car's gonna get bopped to shit, isn't it? Fuck! Come on, no! Unreal. I was so in the zone. Damn it. I'll try to guess the time a little bit to give the guys a good feel for it. Fuck, man. I mean, that was probably 805 territory. Damn it. I'm a second down in this sector. I'll probably just give that. Whatever the red is, I'll probably just give it back as time lost. It was a good second. Look how nice it looks now that the sun's out. The brakes are unbelievably good too. Straight line brake, crazy. Damn it. Can't believe I made that mistake. I really think that was literally a 805.9. Honestly. I'll tell them 806 flat because that's 9/10. That's basically what I lost in that sector alone. That's the first lap, man. Jesus. Crazy. I don't think they fixed the problem, boys. I don't think they fixed the problem at all. I just got to listen to it for a minute. I'm sorry. Get closer. Looks so good. It's crazy. I mean, the first lap was like the out lap was sketchy for sure. I made a lot of crazy mistakes. I think if I drove this for a couple days, I'd be pretty dialed. Which that's kind of the whole point. If we can get everything locked in by the end of the weekend, we'll have all week to do some laps, test, get comfortable. I think I feel real good with a couple hours of practice in this thing. Man, it sounds so good. I mean, literally, just the idea of listening to this for like 4 hours sounds incredible. I think I could do it just for that. Okay, let me make a couple quick notes. Try to figure out what we want to do next. I'm just gonna say, I don't remember the lap. It actually wasn't that fast. Wasn't it like 271? Top end was not insane. I feel like I was down one. I think it barely even hit 271. Isn't that right? Lap time's nutty though. Let's say 806. That was lap 1. Just a few seconds faster than the Merc, at least. Crazy style. Crazy style. All right. That lap was concerning. Easy to lose. Perspective on speed. Wow. Spelled it like Nodwell. What else there? I have 2. Felt so much better. Plenty of grip. Never really had understeer that I can think of, which is great. And the oversteer I feel like is manageable. I don't know, man. Just way better with VRS than my time with GNG. Like, fast. I don't know. That felt fantastic. All right. I think we could very safely take the Aston out of this. I don't think anybody's going to want to do that. Let's get that out of here. I want to try the Ferrari. I'm actually very curious about the Ferrari at this point. Shocking. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised at how good that felt. I'll be very honest. So much better. So much better. All right, Ferrari. A GT3. Get that rolling. Massively. Yeah, dude. Massive. All right. Let's see what we got. Why no Aston? I just don't think my guys are going to want to drive it. Like, I feel like we're basically at a place where we've got 7 guys on a team, and most of them, I think, are more comfortable with the Mustang than anything else. Me and maybe 2 other guys have been kind of advocating for the Mercedes. There's like this small little group, you know, kind of coming up with the Porsche. I don't think that one's gonna play either. I just it really is. It's less about the car. It's more about the composition of the team. And when you've got 7 guys, and you kind of have 2 camps forming right now. I think you kind of have the Merc camp and the Mustang camp. And I feel like it's going to be one of those 2 cars. And honestly, after I just did that, I think I'd lean to the Mustang myself. And I've been kind of firmly in the Merc camp myself. But all right, let's see. Did he give me a setup for this? No. Let's go. We're grid and go in this thing, unfortunately. All right, NEC Ferrari. I haven't driven this car in forever, so know that in advance. Let's make sure it's got all the fuel it can take. 104 apparently. This will be fascinating. Let me do one more thing. I haven't driven this car in so long. My guess is this is all wrong. Okay, no, I think we're good. All right. Yeah, it's all it is. It's not car specific, it's us. Golly, this feels so different. Like I'm sitting on the ground compared to what I was just doing. The Mustang feels like I'm in my truck, like my actual truck. This feels like I'm in my old Corvette. Turn this feedback down dramatically. Oof, understeer. Used to drive, well, not this Ferrari, but the previous Ferrari. Was it the 488? Used to drive that a lot, 2 or 3 years ago. Ooh. Those things rough on the tires. It felt great, man. Yeah, I don't know what it'll do over the course of a stint, but all good. I mean, just simply based off what I just did, something tells me the Mustang's going to get hit pretty good when it comes to the BoP on Friday, tomorrow. So the initial BoP should come out tomorrow around by 6 o'clock-ish. They try to do it 1 week in advance of the first time slot, which should be 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Eastern, that is. Lots of understeer so far, but cold tires. Such a strange shift to go between these two cars. I feel like I'm going 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. And I am certainly not going any faster than I just was in that Mustang. Oof. Give me a second to get used to it. All right. Lock in a little bit. God damn. Feels like you're on a roller coaster. It's nice to be able to see the curbs. Come on, tires. Jesus. A little too hard on the first lap. Feel like it's just pushing like crazy. Can't tell if I'm just carrying way too much speed or what. Does not feel like the brakes work nearly as well as they do in the Mustang. Maybe it's a perspective thing, but I feel like I'm hitting the brakes pretty hard and it's like not slowing down that great. A little sketchy through there the first time. I don't know the last time I drove this car like more than a couple laps in a test. I think we did test this a little bit for Bathurst. Do you remember that? My timing is just off. Dude, it was crazy. It was probably more than that. I feel like I'm on a go-kart. Like legitimately. Crazy. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not comfortable at all with some of those corners, man. Not in this car. Felt quite easy to set the nose for those two right-handers, though. I'll tell you that much. Where's our end? There we go. 268. I saw 5 for a split second. Holy shit. 275. Holy fuck. It was 274 comfy. I'm pretty certain I saw it flip to 275 for like a split second. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm not loving it either, Colin. What's up, dude? That top speed was crazy. Man, I'm telling you, after what I just drove, Mustang's my favorite right now. I hate that it's true, but it's true. I wish you were driving the freaking Ferrari last night. I would have just like YOLO'd in the race, won it, and just dipped out for another 6 weeks. That would have been awesome. Oh my god, understeer. I thought I was going soft in there. Still understeer like crazy. Things are rocketing in a straight line though. Holy shit. Am I crazy? Did anybody else see 275? Oh shit, too deep. Stop yapping. Drive the car. Pretty sure I saw 275. Just the ones on the screen. Merc, Mustang, Beamer. Gonna do the Ferrari. Figure I'll do the Porsche. I don't think it's gonna be the play, but yeah, I'll do it. Just, well, not the ones on the screen, but the ones that have notes on the screen. That's all. Hopefully I've got those up still. Figure I'd jump on the roller coaster here for a minute and ride this freaking Ferrari. Feels like one. Real easy to turn there, jeez. You could barely even have to give it any input, it just goes. The brakes suck so bad though. Either that or I'm going way faster than I think, which I doubt it. But yeah, if it really hit 275, it will 100% get some kind of knock. There's no way. None of the other cars were close to that. 270. Oh, I just did it right there too? Jesus. Jeez. That's crazy. Which, I guess that makes sense why the brakes are a little shit. Come on. Oh, I got you. Make sure the person passes. Yeah, good call. Definitely gonna make sure I drive that one faster. Later, buddy. Yeah, so I'll let you know. I'll put all the notes in the DM shortly. I don't know how useful they really are, but I'll share whatever I got. I guess I should be paying attention to fuel consumption as well. I could go back and get that data. Man, we're on for a hell of a lap here. feel like where this one's struggling is definitely the brakes. I feel very, very mushy. God damn it.
No damage. Car looks clean.
Oh, really wanted to see that lap, man. That thing was gonna be fucking good. So much work to get back to do that. Oh. I do feel like that was going to be like an 805. All right, let's try one more. Got some more time, not too much though. Can't do this all day, believe it or not. All right, see if we can get that 275 again. Whew. It's gonna be a little unfair though, because I'm gonna be like 20 or shit 30 liters less in fuel than I would have been on the other laps. That time I just saw the 4, I didn't see the 5. All right, come on. See if I can get a good one in here. I feel like I cheated the car, man. That was gonna be such a good lap.
19.562.
Brakes in this car suck so hard. I don't know what else. I don't know what you could do about that. Maybe there's a setup option somewhere to improve braking performance a little bit. Doesn't need much. It just feels, they feel super mushy. Especially, you know, really high speed, hard braking. Light brake, no problem. Hard brake, you need to brake earlier. I guess you're also hauling ass, that's probably part of it. Can't believe the top end of this car, man. It's crazy. The tracks for the Ferrari's already good. Like a Spa, it's gonna be crazy. Crazy, crazy. It's gonna be good probably anywhere with medium to low downforce, but holy shit. I mean, I broke so much earlier and hit the brakes so hard. Still barely just got through there. Crazy. It's gonna be so much harder on the brakes. I really don't like that. I don't know where the 3/10 went. All right. I'm not going to get the lap, unfortunately. I don't know, man. That is shockingly fast in a straight line. And I think, I mean, going over the jump, that was just a unfortunate set of events, to be honest. I got air, came down in the wrong way. Where is that? Oof, hard to look at. No. I mean, that's just a shit luck right there. I think I was pretty straight. It was a little loaded. I mean, it just ever so slight. I don't know if you notice it, but like when it comes down, it literally just like that one little bit throws the weight, fucks you. It's definitely happened to me a couple times here. Okay, get a couple notes on this bad boy. That's a tough one. I don't even know what to say to it. Unfortunately, I didn't get through a great lap there, man. I really feel like that lap would have been an 8:05, I'll be honest. I'm just going to put that in there. I know I didn't actually get it, but I'm really confident that's where that would have been. Crazy top end, very fast brakes are challenged as a result. Would take some time. Feels foreign. Feels roller coaster style. What else is there to talk about? Some understeer for sure. Just need some time. Could do that. Could do it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what the guys think. Curious what other people have to say about that car, quite honestly. Crazy fast. Like crazy fast. Oof. Shockingly fast. Porsche. How do you want to drive attack that part of the track, the jump? I mean, you want to just hit it straight on, you know, which I was really close. You just want to hit it straight on so that when you land, all four tires land at the same time. And mine, like, just ever so slightly saw it go from like right to left, and that was just enough to get you screwed. And it's also really car dependent, like the timing of it all. So, like for instance, you'll see here I mean, I might be signing my own death warrant here, but you'll see in the Porsche, I've done it so many times that you're actually in fifth gear as you start the jump. And then I actually downshift in the middle of the jump and start to hit the brakes while I'm in the air. So the timing is just a little different depending on the car because you're going to be in slightly different gears and all those things. But at the end of the day, you want to hit the ground. You'd like to leave with all four tires in similar position when you leave the ground, and then you'd like to land with all four of them hitting at the same time. But unfortunately, sometimes isn't always the easiest thing ever. All right, I'm gonna have a quick little bio. I'll be right back. To make sure I don't have to go pick. I'm supposed to go pick my daughter up today. It's after school. Pretty sure my wife just picked her up. She wasn't feeling well. I'd like to make sure. At home. Perfect. Take that off my old to-do list. Cool. We got a baseball game tonight. It's against one of the weaker opponents that they'll face. So they'll play two teams, two schools that are historically just really, really bad at baseball. Typically very good at football and basketball, but baseball is not their jam. So there's two of those coming up. This is against a school that's like one tier above that. They're generally really bad at baseball. So like my son and the other starting pitchers will not start. They'll throw their third guy or whatever just to give the other guys rest. So it'll be interesting to watch, but don't really expect much of a competitive baseball game, unfortunately. So yeah, baseball game tonight. We actually have another one tomorrow night. So that's another reason why the starters are not starting. The starting pitchers, at least, have no clue what they're going to do on the defensive side of things. Hopefully. So yesterday, right? I don't know. I'm gonna bitch a little bit. I'll let y'all know that. Okay, little bitch session. My son is a junior, and he's a good pitcher. He's a really good pitcher, and he can also play everything else. He's good in the field. Not much of an infielder, but really good outfielder. Very strong arm, and he can hit. And for whatever reason, man, he has only pitched this season. He hasn't played the field, hit, anything. And I'm not bitching, about it, like, actually, because my guys, he's he's the #1 pitcher. He plays every other game, He has a role. He does it well. It could be worse. He could just be not playing at all, so I don't bitch. I just sit back, watch, and cheer the team on. All good. Team's not very good. Team's not very good, unfortunately. And we have basically no offense. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'd love to see him get some at-bats. Like, it'd be cool. Be cool to get some at-bats. So anyway, Tuesday this week, they played Monday night, got murdered. Against like the #2 team in the state, which, not surprised. Tuesday comes, it's election day, right? So schools are out, and he goes up to the ball field with some of the guys from the team and then a couple guys that like got cut or whatever, but want to just go up there, hit some bombs, whatever. He says he goes up there, faces a couple guys, gets a double, and hits a home run off one of them. And I'm like, man, it'd be cool if the coaches saw that, So yesterday he goes to practice, and the team was so bad that or has been so bad, they didn't even let them practice on the varsity field. They had to practice on the JV field, which is a very big field, I should note. Very big field. It's bigger than the varsity field. So he says he goes to practice, and one of the old coaches, who's like 86, you know, old pops, love this man. He's such a nice guy. Anyway, he was one of the coaches previously. His grandson plays on the current team, so he's still around and watches. And Pops literally cut out this thing from the paper and laminated it, and then wrote a hand, you know, very personalized note to my son. And just talk, because the thing in the paper was like, you know, players to watch, you know, in the Richmond region for baseball this year, and my son was one of them. And so they had a little note about him among all the other kids, you know, in that group in the paper like a couple weeks ago. So Pops cut it out of the paper, laminated it, sent it to him. Thought it was incredible. And he said, like, when that happened, they were at practice, and he was, you know, getting pitched to or whatever, and hits a home run in practice on the JV field. I'm just, you know, this is not a field. The JV team doesn't play on this field either. They just practice on it. When both teams are there practicing, obviously varsity's on varsity field, JV's on JV field. Whenever they're playing games, they both play on the varsity field. And it's like, yeah, I hit a home run there too. And I was like, the coach say anything? Like, did he say like, oh shit, you can hit a little bit? He was like, he did seem to notice. I said, all right, well, the hope is that because they're probably not going to need the starters tonight for anything, offense, defense, pitching, whatever, I'm hoping that the number 3 pitcher will start the game as the pitcher, and my boy will be somewhere in the lineup and get a chance to finally get to the plate. I'm sitting here thinking, you hit 2 home runs this week in practice. I don't know, man. Maybe give him a shot. Like, just see this whole season. I think we've played about 10 games so far, and we've had 1 home run hit on our side. At all. 1 home run. He's hit 2 this week. Now granted, you know, not a game situation, etc., but it's like, it's something. It's something. Give him a chance. I'd have a different opinion if we were scoring like 10 runs a game, but I don't know what our actual average is, but it's probably 2. Like, it's not good. So anyway, that's my little rant. Get that one off the chest a touch. I hope to come back in the next couple of days and tell you guys about how, you remember that time I was bitching how they never put him in the lineup, and he's in and has a game or something. Would be nice. So we'll see. One can hope. One can hope. All right. All of that was nice. It helped me get through this outlap. That's also, just like I was talking about earlier, in this car you are in 6th gear through there, and you're doing a downshift to help slow down to get through the top of the mountain. Looking at the chat. A little early there for 3rd. So I'm pretty certain this will be the slowest car of the bunch, even after all the changes. But man, it's a comfy drive for me, considering I've done it so many times. Curbs, man. What are you gonna do? I didn't hit the brakes hard enough. Too sketchy through there. Alright. No idea what we're going to get here. You would think added power, less weight. They did add drag. We were 266 prior to the little climb. $272. Pretty sure the Mustang was 271. It was blazing fast for a lap. All right, come on, Porsche. 750? No. Hey, God. After having just driven the Ferrari for a little bit, the brakes are insane in this car compared to the Ferrari. Oh boy, so much better. It's funny how just literally jumping back and forth between the cars, such a difference. It feels so foreign all of a sudden. You're like, I just drove like 20 minutes. I mean, come on. Like nothing. You know to apex that thing differently. Come on, what? Terrible. Normally that's a slowdown. Gotta be careful there. Well, if they don't do anything to the NEC BoP for this weekend's race, it's going to be a Ferrari show. I think that's safe to say. I would imagine there is a BoP. Somebody reminds me when I'm about to finish up here. I'll jump in the forums and see if they've BoP'd the cars. They have a race like tonight or tomorrow night. It's an NEC weekend, so there's no, I mean, I guess they could leave them like they did last night, but holy shit. If that's true, the Ferrari show, 100%. I don't know what the Ferrari's like in rain conditions, but I have to imagine it's better than most of the front engine cars. Just because it's a mid. I don't know. This car always feels so good here. It's so comfy, but I'm like, must just be a little slow. Hello, brakes. God, try to do that in the Ferrari. I look forward to the day we get a new GT3. I'm assuming it would be a Lambo. 809. That's the optimal. I'm gonna need that to be a little bit better, brother. Super comfortable though, man. 24 hours here, easy peasy in this car. If it rains, no problem. A little bit of lock there. That's one thing I like about this car. You can hear when that axle locks. Like, 8088. Screwed that up. Alright, we're making it. Crazy how just want to test a couple cars at a track like this. You've got like 2.5 hours of dedicated time. Crazy. Ugh. Such an insane difference when the sun comes out. I think the OLED HDR thing is certainly part of it, but my god, it's so much more crisp. Colors pop. Alright, what are we gonna get to? I'm gonna guess 272 again. 8079. Certainly wasn't an optimal lap. There's some sectors, I'm sure, where I wasn't green. .73 for a split second. All right, so we might hit that 807 still. Pretty close. 8079.
7.915.
Honestly, not bad. Not bad. Oh, how does that compare? 808 in the Merc. 80, yeah, Ferrari, man. So 8079. I don't remember what is he? 273 was the peak. And then 8079. That was lap 1. Man. I mean, I don't need, there are no words. I just, this is the car I know so well. Super comfy. Another car. Too well. Great. Well, it's whatever. I'm not going to reference that against the Ferrari specifically. The brakes are obviously way better. It's really that the Ferrari brakes are shit. Although probably worth saying, doubt I have more time in it. Mustang and Ferrari are faster over 1 lap. Rain? All right, let me get these notes. Let's see. So BMW 273 spun on the final lap. It did feel good though. Like way better than the other day. Made last, positive, lots of understeer, more snappy in the rear. Could do, boy, it'd be cinema. Oh man, Merc 272, 808 flat on the second lap. To note, I did do 2 laps with that car, and neither of them. I was shocked that the second lap wasn't like significantly better than the first, but it really wasn't. It's pretty much right on the money. I think it was within a couple tenths. Comfy, easy, no prob. Porsche 273, 807, 9. So basically right there with the Merc, which I'm surprised by. Actually, very surprised by that. I would argue that the changes in the BoP definitely have an impact, because in the past, I mean, like I said, I've driven the Porsche a million times. I've done so much time in that car. And the fact that I could jump in the Porsche, do some laps here at this track, and then go to like the Merc, the Mustang, the Beat, like anything else, any one of those front engines, and be like 4 seconds a lap faster instantly. Something changed. Yeah, like it is definitely better. Definitely better. Super comfy, know the car too well. I don't think I was going to say it's a good point. It's a point that I made, so that's not great. But yeah, there's no more time in that. I think that's probably as fast as I can get. Ferrari and Mustang are a little bit faster over the 1 lap. And you got to think Porsche in the rain objectively would be the best of all of these. So Ferrari hit 275, which is literally insane. I didn't actually get to complete the lap, so I'm guessing here, but I'm pretty certain I would have hit like a 205 or 205, 805 if one of those laps had come to be. That thing was hauling ass. The biggest problem with that car was the brakes. The brakes were definitely problematic. I don't know what to do there. I mean, obviously just starting the braking process earlier, but I was getting deeper on the brakes. I had to get on the brakes earlier. I don't know if it's just the brakes are a little bad, or the things going so fast in a straight line that you just needed that little bit more. But yeah, like that was crazy. Crazy top end, very fast, brakes are a challenge. Take some time, feels foreign, roller coaster. I didn't like that. I actually don't like it reminds me of the McLaren, where it's like it's so low to the ground it actually feels like on a roller coaster, and almost nauseating. Mustang. That was a challenge. So 271, 806. So, just objectively faster. Concerning, easy to lose perspective on the speed out. That's just a car thing. Way better in VRS time. Yeah, all right. So what I do here, changing the brake bias and the Ferrari help. In theory, yeah, it would. I don't know that stuff too well either, but it could be a bias. It could be a combination of things that maybe to change, like brake bias, the plates. There's different settings you have. I know my thing's not showing it, but there's different stuff in here you can change. Master cylinders, so you can change that. Brake pads a little bit. So there's a couple tweaks you could make. I think that might help that process. The friction faces. That's not what I'm thinking. It's in this range. There's definitely some tweaks that you could make, but I'm not. I could play with them and try to figure them out, but I'm definitely not that dude. So yeah. So what's the takeaway here? I need to share my notes with everybody. Thanks for joining my Discord, Sam. Appreciate you, brother. I need to give my guys, I'm going to give them these notes. I don't know how useful they really are, but whatever. I'm going to send them to them anyway. And I feel like I need to rank the cars. Based on what we know, what's the ranking here? Who wins? to me, just literally from this one session, ignoring everything in the past, I think I would start with, I feel like it has to be the Mustang, number one. And then I think I would say Porsche number two, because it got the same times as the Merc, but very comfortable. I think they're both very comfortable, but I think the Porsche is going to get an edge because of the rain. And look, you know, we have had two major special events in a row with no rain. So there was no rain at Bathurst. There was no rain at Sebring. We had a good amount at Daytona, but the other two, no. I would be shocked if we go 3 in a row with no rain, especially here. Of all the places where it just seems like it's likely to rain, just like in the real world, yeah, I think this is the place. So something tells me rain will be a piece of the puzzle. So, you know, I don't know what the Mustang's like in the rain. It's hard to, you're not picking a car because of the rain. It's not a top consideration. So I think the Mustang, just on pure pace, and it was good. I mean, the grip was way better. I need some time. Definitely need some time. But I think it's doable. I think I could get there with a week of time. I think you start Mustang, and then I think it's probably Porsche, because Porsche and Merc are so close together in terms of grip, comfort, speed, lap time, all the things. I think you edge it. You give the edge to the Porsche because of the rain. So I go Mustang, Porsche, Merc. And then honestly, I just don't think you have to go any further than that. I think of all the guys on the team, I think those 3 cars, one of those could easily be the choice. I'd probably lean Ferrari just because it's different and it's crazy style fast. Crazy style fast. But the brakes would be a problem. Something tells me it's going to get neutered when it comes to the BoP. Oh, speaking of, let's go take a gander at that. Let's take a gander. Special series, Nurburgring. Wow, they haven't changed the BoP. BoP updated 417. See real quick if we can find any new information on this. I don't know what it was before. But just think about that. Like, the Mustang added 20 kilograms. The Porsche was 8 taken away. Just tells you a lot. You know, tells you a lot. Same with the freaking Lambo. Look at that. Jesus. Took away 10, added a little bit of power. So I'm guessing they have not changed this, Bob. Yeah, they have not edited on the 17th. So I'm very curious. Presumably they'll change it today for this weekend. But anyway, tell the team after all that testing, we're driving the Miata. Yeah, that would be something. That's a good point too. So here are the GT3 options. Here's the pickup. Obviously the GT4s, TCRs, and the M2 is that final 5th class. So this is the makeup of the N24 as well. So yeah. All right, boys. That's all I got for you. I got work pinging me, so I got to go do a couple things here. Thanks for watching, hanging out. I appreciate you. I will be back testing some more this weekend, I'm sure. I don't know exactly when, but if you want to get notified, hit my Discord. Mike, sorry, brother. Thank you for joining me, but I'm about to peace out. Yeah, did some laps at the Nords, took the cars around. I know, I know. Sorry, I gotta go. I gotta answer some work-related inquiries. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. All my notes are on the screen if you're curious. And until I see you guys next time, peace out.
you